Hi, it's Denny and Jeff here today with the Henderson Classic Car Roll-In Committee, and the beautiful 57 Ford Fairlane 500 Skyliner you're seeing right now is owned by Wayne Quast of Arlington. This will be our feature car next Tuesday night, so you'll all get to see it up closer, but we wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of the car that we will be displaying on Main Street. Now, Ford made the retractable hardtop in 1957, 58, and 59. What an engineering marvel this is. When you think of no computers to synchronize everything, this car has 7 reversible electric motors, and believe it or not, there are 610 feet of wiring to make this all work. And to do this operation, it's controlled by one switch. Unbelievable. Ford made over 48,000 of the retractable Fords between 1957 and 59. Look how that drops in there and how the trunk lid comes down. Amazing technology for 1957. And you know that 57 was, of course, in the fin era. Ford's fins weren't perhaps as big as some of the GM and Chrysler products, but they're a little subtle, but they're beautiful. As we go around to the back end, you can see the afterburner jet plane inspired taillights. What a beautiful car. This is Wayne Quast from Arlington, an avid car collector. Not only does he have this beautiful 57 Ford Fairlane Skyliner retractable, but behind us he has a shed full of collectible cars, and he's been collecting and restoring vehicles all his life. Wayne, what about the history of this car? Where'd you find this?
I found it sitting in the woods up by Stewart. It belonged to a guy in town here, and I'd asked him about it 100 times. And he said, it's up at my brother's place. He says, I don't know what we're going to do with it. And I said, well, if you're ever interested in selling it, I said, let me know. Well, he said, I'm going to have to do something with it pretty soon because my brother sold the farm and he's got to get it out of there. And I said, well, I'll go take a look at it once with you. So we drove up one night, and there was a tree laying on the back corner on the right rear quarter. And the battery was still in it, stood in the woods there for 15 years. And I said, well, what do you think you got to have for it? He said, well, I had a guy from Hutch offer me $300 for it, but he never showed up. I said, I'll give you the $300 right now. He said, okay, paper one.
So you did a total restoration?
Yep.
Now, what is this, a 292 in this?
Actually, it had a 312 in it, but it had a sleeved motor. There was a sleeve in it, and I had a 58 292, and that's what I put in there.
Now, this is probably a dumb question, but because of all the electronic components and stuff, did this require any bigger battery or a generator or anything, or it's all pretty much stock?
All pretty much stock.
That's just amazing when you think of all the features on this. I've heard that the correct way to operate a retractable is on level ground. Is that correct?
Pretty much so, or else it has a tendency to twist a little bit, or the wind can catch it.
It certainly is a beautiful car, and we don't want to give away all your secrets. People will be able to ask you those questions next Tuesday night in Henderson. So we just wanted to give them a little bit of a preview of one of the many, many hundreds of amazing vehicles at the Henderson Classic Car Roll-In. Thanks for sharing, Wayne, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
All righty.